Hey, this is a type of video I make about 4 times a year where I talk about my favorite things from this past season, professional wrestling, YouTubers you should check out, video games, TV shows, a book review, and then some stuff I've been working on. Timestamps for all these sections are in the doobly-doo, but let's not waste time. This is, you know what, let's just do a little... So firstly, thank you to everyone for the warm response to the Tale of Sami Zayn and the Bloodline video. I couldn't be happier with it, and given the build up to Elimination Chamber and now WrestleMania, I'm absolutely gonna do a sequel down the road, more a pro wrestling stories to come. In the meantime though, wrestling fans have a tendency to over-criticize the business, and I am not innocent of that, but I think it's worth noting how goddamn good the entire wrestling landscape is right now. The former Sasha Banks, now Mercedes Moné, is killing it in the IWGP title scene along with Kyrie, with fresh challengers like AZM on the horizon. Stardom is a great look into the future of women's wrestling then, now, forever. Impact is doing its best work in years. WWE, of course, is on the run of the decade, if not more, with this Bloodline story. And then there's AEW, who just had their Revolution pay-per-view last Sunday evening, and... AEW is gonna be fine. Okay, quick fire round of some good YouTubers for you. Deep Rock Galactic Animateds are a hot commodity, and Brew has one of my favorites using Fathomless Tomb. It is the perfect encapsulation of both DRG's beauty and humor at the end. DeGeocat Stuff is DeGeocat Stuff, but among that stuff are some of my favorite DRG animateds, and they seem to be working on some bigger stuff, so keep an eye out, fellow miners. Sam On Sam Off makes animated Oni Plays moments primarily, and a few animators capture the goblin energy of its hosts as well. If you want to kill half an hour with the best outro artist in the game, visit his channel. Celtic Warrior Workouts is a workout channel from WWE pro wrestling superstar Sheamus, who I have been watching since I was a wee lad. And seeing this bulked up Irishman get his ass handed to him by a wide variety of athletes is always A, hilarious, and B, genuinely informative. Write down these workouts by hand with a pen and paper and everything and see what parts of them you like and try them yourself. It's how I've put a lot of my workouts together over the years. My eternal thanks and appreciation to the great white brave change. No Rules Barred is a board game channel. Smosh recently shouted them out, so they must be good, but really Sullivan Bo Brown and Adam Plompier, who play board games with silly rules in their House Rules series, fill the same hole in my YouTube heart that pairings like Aaron and Danny from Game Grumps or Mike and Jay from Red Letter Media or the Distractable Damn it. Or the Distractable Podcast crew fill, which is, I could literally listen to these goofy people with insane chemistry talk forever. Sully and Adam could continue playing Guess Who, but with vibes only, or Battleship, but with a tragic amount of drinking, or Candyland, but with sherry-filled pain, and I'd continue listening to them while I tidy up until the heat death of the universe. Also, their other series are great, so check the channel out. Even if you only have a passing interest in board games, you may find something new and wonderful, and certainly very silly. Also, Terry is the best. Never forget that double yellow draw. Short section this, I just want to say thank you for the lovely response to the Deep Rock Galactic video, and thank you to Jacob from Ghost Ship Games for retweeting it, and man, in retrospect, yeah, 5 out of 5. Medium Man was fun, looking at some new games to review, excited about Tears of the Kingdom, replaying Breath of the Wild to prepare for that, it's a good time. Pizza Tower was great too, gonna keep playing that, I think it'll feature in the Best Games of the Year video down the road. Also, cherry blossoms are in Minecraft via the snapshot, if you didn't know, they're very pretty. Here's a house some friends of mine have been working on. Ah, aesthetic. Wait, why is it called... Last of Us is good. Did you know that? Okay, I'm skipping to the important bit. So episode 3 is great. If you somehow haven't watched it, you need to. Or skip to this time because the rest is spoilers, which will render it all pointless, so cool. Cool. Nick Offerman and Murray Bartlett, in their probably only episode of Last of Us, gave the show something it needed. Purpose. Telling the story about what sustained years in the post-apocalypse would do to one man. It views that change, that trauma, through the eyes of that one man, but it also showed the trauma that the world inflicted upon him, Bill, well before the world ended. And that trauma was only healed in the after times when Frank came into his life. Yes, this episode is beautifully shot. Yes, the representation is genuinely worthwhile. Yes, Last of Us pulled an up, and Jesus Christ, they pulled it off. I cried, you cried, we all cried, but in an understated way, this episode made me care about the specific world of the Last of Us TV show. More than any thrilling zombie chase sequence could, it is hyped up, and for good reason. You are my purpose. Okay, so as part of my video essay review series of the Anthropocene reviewed by John Green, and let's do it in about 60 seconds, why not, we find ourselves at the Yips chapter, and it's a good chapter describing not just the loss of control an athlete can have in doing something routine after a failure in it, but how that loss of control can be regained in sports, yes, but also in our lives in general. It's a poignant chapter describing the connection between the physical and the mental, the thoughts of the body and the feelings of the mind, the struggles and successes of star athletes like Anna Ivanovic, the beautiful second half of so many careers cut short by a loss of control. Read this chapter, but on that topic, man. Bryan Danielson, who retired in 2015 due to injuries but recovered 3 years later for a legendary second half of his career, especially after his performance and post-match interview at Revolution. What a beautiful story his is, about regaining control, of insisting it's not over yet. Fight on, Dragon. Hey, that was fun and goofy. Thank you for watching. The increased engagement on this channel is something that has genuinely made me happier. I like making things, and the warm comments on the variety of things I have made is great. More pro wrestling stories, more 60-second reviews, more Anthropocene reviewed. Sidebar, I can't believe the Harvey video did that well. Man. Some DRG videos, some goofy stories. I got a lot cooking, but I appreciate the little community that's forming here. It's early days on this channel, but I am having fun. Also, the Project for Awesome was awesome. Thank you so much to those who responded to my video and voted Wikimedia Foundation is great. I'm already working on next year's video. Okay, anyway, goodbye. Winter is over on March 20th, so I can still make this video. Great. See you sometime after that for a look into the spring.